On a warm August morning in 2018, a quiet neighborhood in Colorado woke up to a mystery that would soon shock the entire world. A pregnant woman and her two young daughters had vanished without a trace. Their home showed no signs of a struggle. There was no ransom demand, no suspicious strangers. As police searched for answers, the husband appeared on television, pleading for his family's safe return. His voice trembled. His face looked worried. But investigators soon discovered a horrifying truth. The man asking the public for help already knew exactly where his family was. This is the tragic true story.
To friends, neighbors, and thousands of social media followers, Shanann Watts and Chris Watts appeared to have the perfect life. They lived in a beautiful home in Frederick with their two daughters, 4-year-old Bella and 3-year-old Celeste. Shanann frequently shared videos online, showing family vacations, birthday celebrations, and everyday moments filled with smiles. The couple was also expecting their third child, a baby boy. From the outside, everything seemed perfect. But behind closed doors, the marriage was under immense pressure. Financial difficulties had created stress. Arguments had become more frequent. Most importantly, Chris had begun a secret relationship with another woman. As his affair grew more serious, he started imagining a completely different future, one without his wife and children.
On the night of August 12, 2018, Shanann returned home from a business trip just before 2 a.m. A neighbor's security camera captured her entering the house. It would be the last time anyone other than Chris saw her alive. Later that morning, Shanann missed a doctor's appointment. She wasn't answering phone calls. She wasn't responding to text messages. This was completely out of character. Concerned, one of her closest friends contacted police and requested a welfare check. When officers arrived at the Watts home, something didn't make sense. Shanann's purse was still inside. Her medications were untouched. Her wedding ring had been left behind. Her car remained parked in the garage. Everything suggested she had never intended to leave. Chris told officers he didn't know where his family had gone. He insisted they had simply disappeared. As the search intensified, Chris gave television interviews asking his wife and daughters to come home. He looked calm. Too calm. Experienced investigators noticed something unusual. His emotions didn't match the situation. Detectives reviewed footage from a neighbor's security camera. The video showed Chris backing his work truck into the driveway very early that morning. He explained he was simply loading tools before heading to work. But investigators weren't convinced. During questioning, Chris voluntarily agreed to take a polygraph examination. The examiner later told him directly, "I don't believe you're telling the truth." Chris had failed the test. Now detectives knew they were getting closer. Faced with overwhelming evidence, Chris changed his story. At first, he falsely claimed that Shanann had harmed the children and that he had reacted in anger. Investigators continued pressing for the truth. Eventually, Chris admitted that he had murdered his pregnant wife and both of his daughters. Authorities later recovered Shanann's body in a shallow grave near an oil field where Chris worked. Bella and Celeste were found in separate oil storage tanks nearby. The discovery horrified investigators and shocked people across the world. Chris Watts was arrested and charged with multiple counts of murder. Rather than face a lengthy trial, he pleaded guilty. He received several life sentences without the possibility of parole. The plea agreement spared him the death penalty in accordance with the wishes of Shanann's family. The case remains one of the most disturbing family murder investigations in modern American history. It serves as a reminder that appearances can be deceiving and that the greatest tragedies sometimes unfold behind the doors of seemingly ordinary homes.
Thank you for watching. If you found this documentary informative,
consider subscribing for more carefully researched true crime stories based on verified cases. Every story on this channel is presented with respect for the victims and their families, with the goal of understanding the facts rather than sensationalizing tragedy. Stay safe, stay informed, and I'll see you in the next case.